YouTube, what's good? It's your boy Demo here, back with another video, and today I am excited to bring you guys a breakdown and overview of my newest primary Hi-Capa build, courtesy of LaCapa Customs, this JungleCat 5.1. Before we get into the breakdown, I do have to give a shout out to LaCapa Customs. Literally, none of this would be possible without them, and I think this pistol build is mostly LaCapa Customs parts. Like, a lot of new and innovative stuff has gone into this build and is actually available on the website. So again, thank you LaCapa Customs. I can't wait for you guys to see what's in this build, but also see some gameplay with it. I will be posting a gameplay video as well, so make sure you guys are subscribed if you're not already. Kick back, relax, let's get into the build and run up that like button, man. What you doing? Real quick, my second cam link actually went out on me, so unfortunately I can't set up the A6100 as my hand cam, but it's all good. We got the Elgato face cam right here. The quality, it's not too bad. It's doable, right? You guys can still kind of tell what's going on. This is the hand cam I use on stream, so it works. What we'll do though is we'll actually I think I'm just gonna reposition this real quick, and then we will get right into the breakdown. All right, y'all, here is a close-up of the JungleCat build. I think this thing came out super clean. For those of you who don't know, every Hi-Capa build I do, I have a vision in mind. There has to be some sort of theme to it, and there has to be some sort of storytelling. So the theme for this one was, what I originally wanted to do was have a complete rainbow build with only the sights and the grip being black, and I pretty much achieved that. I mean, I've got a black slide catch here, but I think overall it came out pretty nicely. A lot of these parts, the finish is green heat as it's labeled on the website, with purple heat accessories to kind of contrast and, you know, mix it up a little bit. But big kudos to LaCapa for the color matching, man. Y'all can see, bro, the colors match very, very well. I even went the extra mile and I got this CowCow rainbow base plate to kind of, you know, just complete the build. And as far as storytelling, what I wanted this pistol to be was a modern day version of my Battle Cat. If you guys don't know, my Battle Cat, this was the pistol that started it all for me, man. Every time people say, hey, I've watched your Hi-Capa videos or some of the OGs, you guys know this was my first legit ground up complete Hi-Capa build, and I have so many videos, man. This is, to me, this is a legendary pistol. This will probably be framed one day. But what I wanted to do was build a modern day version of this with newer updated parts, because I think I built this back in like 2015 2016, something like that, and there's a lot of newer parts on the market. So thanks to LaCapa Customs, I've been able to pretty much recreate this in the modern day. So I like to work in sections when I do my builds. I've got the upper and lower here, and what I'm actually going to do is I will disassemble this whole thing and we'll reassemble it, and as I'm reassembling, I will go over each and every part that we've kind of just went with for this build. So give me a sec, I'm gonna break this down off camera and then we will be back for the assembly. All right, so I wanna show you guys something real quick. As you guys can see, I've got just a slide and frame right here. Now, I do have a sample version of the frame. This was the first one in this finish that was sent to me. That's why this side plate is actually kind of a different coating. It looks kind of cool in my opinion, but when you guys receive it, everything will be the same finish, same coating and everything. But even with this being a sample, you guys can see, man, the tolerances, it's super, super tight on there. Not a lot of wiggle room at all. Really, really nice. And it fit pretty good. When I first actually got this slide, it barely went on this far. So I like that. It's slightly oversized. That way, once you get it, you apply some lube and just hand rack. And once you hand rack, it will be nice and fitted to the frame. All right, so the slide, we have CowCow front and rear aluminum sights here. I'm a big fan of Bomar style sights. I really like these CowCow ones. I wanted to match the front and rear sight and have this silver finish right here along with the green fibers. Really pops with this finish. So we got the slide set up right here, and then for the barrel, this is a LaCapa Customs tornado barrel. You guys can see I went with the purple. It pops pretty well against the green heat, so we went with this. I really am a big fan of these barrels. With the inner barrel setup, this is a LaCapa Customs. It's a custom cut barrel. I'm curious to see how this performs, but what's dope about this barrel is it's very stable. So you put your O-rings over, and then there's also a O-ring all the way in the front. You guys can't see it, but my thread protector's in the way. There's a O-ring all the way in the front that actually stabilizes your barrel. So if I slide this in, these two O-rings will not only be holding it locked in the rear, but up front there's one up here, and you guys can see this cut. With this barrel, it fits super flush with your thread protector, so it's a little bit longer than a standard 5.1 barrel. That will, you know, mean just a little bit more accuracy and FPS and range out of it. We'll have to see when I do take it to the field and play, but overall I think this barrel, it looks pretty nice, it fits pretty nice, and we'll have to see how the performance is. If you guys are curious about my internals on this, it is a Maple Leaf 70-degree Decepticon bucking. I'm a big fan of these buckings, and then we also went with the Maple Leaf wheel. What's dope about this wheel is it allows you to adjust so much more than your standard TM wheel, or even than the standard the AM wheel that comes with the Brass HopUp, which is what this is. This is an Airsoft Masterpiece Brass HopUp as well. And just for aesthetics, I went with a dynamic precision rainbow hop-up arm. Just, I mean, it doesn't do anything. It's the same material, same finish as the standard steel one that comes with the Brass HopUp, but you know me, I gotta be extra with it. So real quick, before we move on to any other parts, I want to show you guys and highlight these real quick. They've actually released a bunch of their parts in a rainbow finish now, so you guys can get these in the green heat or purple heat finish. These actually were all black before I filmed this video, and I just got these in, so it's kind of dope that I'm doing this breakdown video. These are new parts that I'm installing on this build already, but we're gonna go ahead and let's do the recoil setup, because I kind of want to talk about the blowback setup, but let's do the recoil setup first. This is the Tornado guy rod. It's aluminum. It's super lightweight, 5.1 length, along with a Waldo Customs 130% snappy boy spring. Shout out to Waldo Customs, man. I really like this spring. I'm also using Waldo Customs grip screws. I had LaCapa Customs grip screws to match, but I don't know, man, these Waldo ones look pretty good. All right, so here is the recoil setup right here. Now let's talk about guide rod plugs real quick. A lot of people roll with 4-3 plugs, mainly because one, they're shorter, so it's easier to install. You can pretty much fit more short strokes in your pistol, and it looks better on pistols that have like the front cut, you know, kind of like slanted right here, so you don't really need a 5-1 plug. But I don't know, man, I really enjoy the flush look of a 5-1 when I have a front end similar to this. You know, if this was different or cut differently or didn't have these cuts, I'd probably go with the 4-3, but I enjoy the flush look of the 5-1, so we're gonna go with this 5-1 setup. Now I want to show y'all something. It is a little harder to install, so usually the issue people have is when they try to install these 5-1 plugs is you run into this, where you can't get it in, right? You gotta kind of force it and finesse it, and you guys see I actually did that without installing the blowback housing. Oh my goodness, but hey, we're in there. All right, so for the blowback unit, this is the LaCapa Customs Turbo BBU, and bro, this thing is stupid light. It is so light, man. The pistons got cuts, the whole unit has cuts. You've got double O-rings right here to seal up with your nozzle. It comes with different O-rings you can kind of mix and match to mess with your seal. This is gonna be my first time running this. You can kind of customize your setup. It will come with a block as well that you can install right here if you prefer the low cut BBUs, but we're gonna run it just like this with our edge nozzle. I think this has an AM high flow in here. I don't know how that's going to affect FPS and gas efficiency, but we'll see. But I've got an AM high flow in this edge nozzle with the Turbo BBU. It's got a pretty good seal. That's actually it's a little dry though, so pretty good seal here. I think I put a little too much there, but overall seals up pretty nicely. I don't know what kind of nozzle spring this is, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I think AIP, but we're gonna go ahead, and I did this backwards. I would actually install this first, but if you guys want a cheat code, boom, everything is nice and installed, and then we just got to screw this back, and that's our upper. All right, so on to the competition frame. I want to show you guys the difference with this and some of the stuff that is on the market, starting with the stock TM frame. This one's actually a gold match frame. You guys can just see the differences in the actual rails themselves, and then material plays a part as well. This aluminum, it's nice, it's light, and then this is like almost like a pot metal, a little bit heavier. And then the rails themselves, man, just overall these are thicker, better fitting rails, so your slide's gonna fit a lot more tighter with tighter tolerances on these rails. This is a very comparable to an AM advanced frame, which is what I have, but this is a 3-piece design similar to the TM, but comparing it to the Airsoft Masterpiece advanced frame that I have on my battle cat here, you guys can see the similarities with those actual rails on them. With the side plate, this left rails the same length, gives that same aesthetic look, so it's kind of a mix, best of both worlds, if you can say. But one unique feature that this frame also has is you guys just see this little hole right here. It's actually a grub screw that allows you to adjust where your barrel, where your hop up actually comes in contact, it hugs onto that. That allows you to adjust your barrel itself to adjust the height and just kind of how tight it is. That way your barrel's not moving or wobbling while you're out there shooting your gun. So overall, the competition frame is pretty nice, super lightweight, and pretty unique with the features. They've also got their own internal, so there is a firing pin, the Sear, the disconnector. It's all LaCapa Customs, so I'm gonna go ahead and install that. Everything's been cut and machined pretty nicely. Like I said, my frame itself is a sample version, but everything still fits pretty nice in here. Pretty much a drop in. This is the hammer, is actually LaCapa Customs as well, and these teeth match up pretty clean with the actual Sear itself. I'm gonna go ahead and put the side plate on. Again, guys, mine is a sample, so when you get yours, the finish will all be the same and it will match up very, very cleanly. I'm gonna go ahead and screw this on right here. All right, so I've got everything installed here. I'm actually just adding this screw that comes with these thumb safeties real quick. Let me screw this in and then I will show you guys. This green heat finish, again, is super clean. But what I like about these thumb safeties is that it comes with this screw to lock them in place and keep them nice and secure. All right, on to the grip. This is just a spare CowCow grip that I've had laying around. I am big on texture on my grips, man. I can't do the stickers. I really can't do like a ball grip. I need some sort of texture, whether it be a stipple. I know I used to rock grip tape back in the day, but it was destroying my hands and destroying my gloves. And then I'm also a huge fan of undercuts. I'm big on, you know, having proper form and proper grip on my pistol. So CowCow grip's gonna have to get the job done. My hammer power regulator kit, I use 4 of the brass washers and then the softer spring. The brass washers are just already in there. And then for the trigger, we've got the LaCapa Customs trigger to match the setup, along with, I think this is an AIP trigger bar. LaCapa Customs make a trigger bar as well, but it's got the AIP trigger bar in here. Mainly because with this grip, I know for sure it's a drop in. You do the drop test, it's nice, it's smooth. There's no friction, nothing crazy. And I'll have very nice, light, and smooth trigger pulls with this setup. Mag release, I don't remember what brand this is. It's very, very lightweight. I'll probably end up getting a 9-ball one of these though, but this will work for now just because it has the correct color. And then on to the Sear spring. All right, let's talk about Sear springs, right? My go-to is the CowCow Trident Sear spring, which is this right here. I have this in pretty much all of my builds, but I'm extra. I went ahead and bought, this is the Dynamic Precision. They have a rainbow finish. I bought their Sear spring. Fun fact that I don't know if a lot of people know, if you guys are around then you know, but back in the day, we had a company called UAC, right? And then UAC was discontinued and went out of business. And then out of nowhere, Dynamic Precision came along, literally making the same parts, and CowCow right behind them. A lot of their stuff is very, very similar. If you use it, you know. But I think CowCow ended up kind of just making a few more innovative and different parts. The Dynamic Precision is still around, but for the sake of the build, I have this just in case this goes out on me. But y'all know, I'm extra. We got to use the Dynamic Precision. They're literally the same thing, but I want to show you guys again with this Sear spring. A lot of people either mess this up or question me on it. You want to make sure, I'll go ahead and install it first, and then I will talk about it. You want to make sure that your prongs are in the correct place. What I mean by that is this farthest right prong right here, right? You're gonna want this to rest on top of your disconnector, and the middle one, you're gonna want it to rest on top of your Sear. It's kind of hard to see with the colors, but I've got everything rested nice and proper. And then we're gonna go ahead and finish off the build here. I'm gonna go ahead and install this, the magwell to top it off. I almost put that on backwards somehow. What the hell? That fits in there nicely. Now what I like to do is, this is the last part I always install, just in case when I test right now I run into any issues. Everything locks back and we're good to go. Yo, let's go. Nice. So we're good. I will install this screw and then we're just gonna put everything together. Now, real quick, you guys are gonna want to make sure you apply your lube and oil to the contact surfaces. You guys can see some of the paint is rubbed off on here. I have not filed or taken a file or shaven anything on this. That's one thing I want you guys to know. A lot of people are quick to shave and file these expensive parts. This was all done from hand racking. Again, this was a sample finish. So just from applying a little bit of lube and actually just hand racking the slide and frame alone, that is how I fitted everything. So we're gonna go ahead and put these on. Should be a nice and tight, solid fit. There we go. Where is my slide catch? And that is the build, yo. Here it is. Now, of course, this pistol wouldn't be complete without my accessories. I'm gonna go ahead and add my flashlight. It's a knockoff TLR1. Here's the actual, HL right here. But this one's a knockoff. I've got a purple light filter on it along with some Gateway glossy accessories. I want to see if I can get these in this finish. That would be so fire. It would really complete the look to get the bezel and the switch in these finishes. Yo, somebody might have to do that. And then the Ace Tech Bifrost. This is a limited edition collab with Ace Tech and Lancer Tactical, and I feel like this really just completes the build, man. The finish really matches up with what we've got going here, our overall theme. And it's the Bifrost, so I mean, it already shoots rainbows. You can change the different color muzzle flash and all that, so I think that really ties in the build overall. I'm just gonna leave it right there. And then of course our magazines that I showed you guys earlier. This is a standard TM mag. I've added a 9-ball gasket with a CowCow magazine lip, and then I love this CowCow base plate. That just really ties the entire build in to one. And that is it, yo. That is my new JungleCat build. I cannot wait to bring you guys some gameplay with this thing. It is super clean. You know what? Let's switch to the hand. Let's switch to the face cam actually, yo. I went ahead and changed all my lighting for y'all. My goodness, it's so bright, but here it is, man. Let's check this thing out. Oh my gosh, it's so clean. You guys see it, bro? This is it's so clean. I can't wait to get gameplay. This is gonna look crazy on camera, bro. Whew. Oh my gosh. I can't wait. I cannot wait to go play with this, yo. LaCapa Customs, Sutton. Thank you, bro. This is crazy, guys. This is my new personal. This is not. We're not doing a giveaway on this one, but this is my new personal build. You guys are gonna be able to see a lot of more gameplay in the future with this. I'm genuinely excited to actually get out and run this thing, bro. Wow. All right, y'all. And before we go, I gotta show you guys the website because I genuinely enjoy what they're doing here. So they've updated and upgraded over the years. You guys can see the distributor for Monk now. So if you guys want to build any of the Monk stuff, like the new aluminum grips, or I know there's like a new Gorilla FCU out there and stuff like that. If you guys want to build that, they've got that on the website. There's rifle parts. So if you guys want to update your AEG, upgrade your AEG, build an AEG, just whatever the case may be, upgrade your rifle, there's parts for that. And they're innovating as well, bro. Look at this. This Void Slide, limited edition drop, sold out. It literally crashed the website, bro. Crazy. But it's dope to see, new designs and just new stuff. It's really just for the culture, bro. It's so dope to see. I was also talking to Sutton that they're going to get a new custom Hi-Capa builder updated just to streamline the entire process and make it even easier for you guys to get custom builds done. And, I got to admit, man, like, yes, I'm partnered with LaCapa Customs on this video, but as someone who has been playing airsoft for 16 years and working in the airsoft industry for half of that, 8 of those years, it's dope really to see something like this. We need more of these in the industry, 4-player, bi-player businesses that pay attention and really just know what the community wants, man. Shout out to Sutton, shout out to LaCapa Customs. Maybe we do a rifle build. I don't know. Maybe we figure it out, but I cannot thank you guys enough for all the support on all the content lately. It has been an amazing journey over here on YouTube. I can't wait to bring y'all more, man. I really can't. The gameplay is about to go crazy, man. I love y'all. Tap in on the next video. Thank you to LaCapa Customs. I'll see y'all, man. Peace out.